The number one question I get asked in all my DMs is, Shelby, how are you so successful at such a young age? How are you speaking on stages, running companies, investing in real estate, traveling the world, closing big deals? How do you do all of this? And my answer is I didn't do any of it. I literally didn't do a thing. Like, not one thing. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. It wasn't Shelby. So now you're probably thinking, okay, well, bitch, who is it? I created an alter ego version of myself that could do all those things. I can't. I'm just Shelby. But my alter ego, oh, she's a bad bitch. She knows how to run stages. She knows how to command an audience. She knows how to turn on a camera and talk for 30 minutes about creating an alter ego. She knows how to invest in real estate. She knows how to get a master's degree and run companies. Like, that's her thing. I'm just chilling over here. And so I'm making this video. This will be the most important video of your whole entire life if you let it. I'll give you 4 action steps on how to actually create this alter ego bad bitch version of yourself. And then I'll also teach you how to tap into her at any point in time. Whether that's to open up your laptop and close a deal and you need to channel her in order to overcome objections. Maybe it's stepping on a stage. Maybe it's even just talking to somebody that you want to network with. No matter what you need this alter ego version of yourself for, I will teach you how to actually turn her on in order to live this big, crazy life. Because maybe you're watching me right now and you're thinking, oh, I could never do all those things. Like, I'm a little shy, I'm a little timid, I don't have the best work ethic, I'm such a procrastinator, I get nervous and anxious when people talk to me, I just could never do those big things because that's not me. Well, congrats, because it doesn't have to be you. Everybody always thinks, oh, I have to become this amazing person that's doing all these big things. Like, yeah, but not in the beginning. In the beginning, I'm talking to the people that like want to take the very first step. It's not going to be you right now. You have to create a separate version of yourself, a separate energy that you are able to tap into. And it's not really fake it till you make it, because it is you. It's just a different energy in a different space. And it allows you to feel safe because you don't feel like it's fake. You don't feel like, oh, that's not me. Of course it's not you. It's your bad bitch alter ego version of yourself. And so this is a tool that I use in order to build my empire. But Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, Britney Spears, Eminem. All of these amazing people have alter ego versions of themselves that they can literally just step into, channel in order to make their dreams a reality. Like, you guys, your dream is scary. Okay? Starting that company, getting into sales, closing a deal, whatever you want to do, it's scary. Doing things outside of your comfort zone is very scary, and it draws in all these emotions of anxiety, fear, limiting beliefs. But if you're not the one actually doing the scary thing, it's not scary. It takes away all of the risk because, okay, I'm scared to do that. Okay, but my alter ego isn't. I feel like I don't have the skill set in order to be able to command a stage and do all these things. Okay, that's fine. My alter ego does. So I'm stepping aside. I'm detaching from myself and who I am and creating this alter ego. Before I give you those 4 steps, another thing I really want to talk to you guys about is, as a woman, you need to create an alter ego version of yourself that is in her masculine energy. And this is because in order to do big, big things in your life, you need to be in your masculine. And maybe that doesn't come natural to you. It didn't come natural to me either at first. Like, I was naturally in my feminine energy. I think most women are. But in order to run calls, do these big things, you need to have that masculine energy. And you can't have both at the same time. You need to figure out, okay, I'm this feminine, super laid back, go with the flow human, but my masculine energy alter ego, like, she's kind of a bitch, but she's direct, she knows what she wants, she makes it happen, and like, that's her. So being able to balance between the feminine and the masculine, it is a switch that you can flip and turn on. So here are 4 steps on how to create this bad bitch alter ego version of yourself and how to turn it on too. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna hypnotize the fuck out of you in order to become rich. I'm gonna hypnotize you, but then I'm also going to, at the end of this video, bring on a really esteemed hypnotherapist that typically charges tens of thousands of dollars to do this like guided meditation, guided hypnosis. And he's gonna do it on me. That way you can have the recording and watch it every single day until you're able to channel this energy and flip that switch on. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, okay, well, I get the whole like dream self thing, but like, how do I actually turn it on? I'll teach you. Let's go. 4 steps. Step number 1, you need to prime your mindset. Your mindset, when you're manifesting your her, needs to be in abundance. You can't think, who do I want to be, when you're thinking in a very limited headspace. So I'm going to do a little exercise with you in order to get you into this headspace before we even talk about creating our alter ego. So without further ado, close your fucking eyes. I'll do it with you. That way you don't feel awkward. So sit here and close your eyes. I want you to imagine that you are about to meet a woman that you've been dying to connect with. Okay, you're about to walk into a coffee shop for a meeting of your dreams. You have been hounding this woman that you look up to forever. You've been sending her emails, DMs, LinkedIn requests. Hell, you've even gone to her Zillow listings and connected her that way. You are dying to meet this woman. Okay, maybe she has the exact life that you want. Maybe she just has this energy about her that you want to channel. Maybe she knows people that you don't know and you want to join her circle. No matter what it is, you are a little nervous to meet her. Like, you've had this on your calendar for a while. And I want you to still, as you're closing your eyes, imagine yourself walking into this coffee shop. Maybe it's around 5, 6 p.m. and the sun is kind of setting. There's an orange glow in this coffee shop. And it's very homey vibes. You know, you go up to the barista, and cute little blonde barista, a couple piercings, maybe a blue streak in her hair, and you give her your order and she tells you, oh my gosh, that's an amazing drink, I love it, great choice, it's this amount. Also, like, what are you here for today? And you respond with, I'm about to meet a woman that I've been dying to connect with. And she tells you, I'm so excited for you, like, good luck. I can tell this is gonna be a big moment in your life. I'm giving you all the good energy. And you're sitting here, you just paid for your coffee, you're walking back to your table, you kind of like pull the chair out, sitting there, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, she's gonna walk in any moment. And you're replaying the conversation in your head over and over and over again of how you think it's gonna go. You're thinking, what questions am I gonna ask her? I hope it's not awkward. I hope like she doesn't think I'm weird. Like, I wonder how it's gonna go. I wanna ask her, you know, how did she get to where she is right now? If she could start from 0, what would be her first step? What would be her biggest piece of advice for me if she could go back in time? Like, I wanna ask her all of these things and I'm like so nervous. Maybe your hands are getting a little sweaty. And then, as you're like, oh my gosh, my hands are kind of clammy, shit. You look up and this woman walks in the door. Maybe there's a little bell on the door that swings wide open to the coffee shop, and you see her and you see what she's wearing. You see how her hair is made. You see how she shows up. You see how she smiled at the barista, the first person she looked at. You look at her and you're like, wow, she has an amazing energy. And you're just admiring her. Like, she is everything you thought she was through social media. And then you lock eyes with her. She's glowing. She's exactly what you imagined. I want you to stop. Open your eyes with me right now. Who is that woman? That woman is who you need to channel. That woman is your dream self. She is your her. She is your alter ego that you can channel. And as you're sitting across the table from this woman, this imaginary woman that you're about to become, you're thinking there's such a difference between me and her. The only difference is she could turn it on and channel it, and you don't have that yet. So let's figure out how to actually channel this. Now that you're in the mindset of thinking, who is it that I want to become? Who is this woman in the coffee shop? my dream self that I would die to talk to, who is it? Because now we're in this abundance mindset. Now we're sitting here thinking, I could create this girl out of thin air. That's the mindset I want you in. I want you in the mindset of maybe I'm shy, and I want to be that woman that talks to any single person and is like drawing the best out of every single person. She's showing up, she's genuine, and people just go, damn, I love that girl. She's so cool. There's just something about her. Maybe that's who you want to be. And you're like, but I'm shy. I get so nervous when people talk to me. That's fine, because your alter ego can be this girl. So now that we're in this mindset of anything is possible, it doesn't matter who I am, who is it that I want to be, every single limiting belief about yourself, I'm not pretty enough, I don't have the degrees, I don't have the energy, I don't have the aura, take it away. It's done. It's done. I just said it's done. Now we have a blank canvas. So let's start drawing. Let's figure out who is this woman that you want to channel, because there's no limitations on it. So step number 2 is we are going to design our character. I want you to think of life as a video game. That is a saying that I say all the time. I say life is a freaking video game. Play it, but play it right and play it to win. The way that you win is you set yourself up for success by creating the best possible character for your life. So you're about to enter this video game arena. This video game arena is your dream life. It's your dream life where you're showing up on stages, you're closing deals, you're making your own money, you're traveling the world, you have your dream partner, dream friends, you're your dream self, dream energy, dream aura. That's the video game of life. What is the character that you need to become in order to make this a reality, in order to play the game right? Let's figure it out. I want you to look at a couple different key metrics of designing your character, like right before you enter a video game. Okay, what outfit do I want my character wearing? Is she wearing super aesthetic, businesswoman-y vibes, like not really Zara, but more like Meshki or Kukai? Like, is she wearing bad bitch clothes? Or maybe your dream self is more linens, more relaxed. Maybe your dream self is like really tight, nice dress. Who cares? Whatever your life arena needs from you, who are you? What is she wearing? What is she wearing? What is her personality? Is she the person that asks questions first? Is she the person that shows up in conversations super sweet, super genuine, or is she super energetic, super like direct, ready to go, always on it? Who is this person's personality? Number 3, what does she do every single day when it comes to a hard decision? When she wakes up in the morning and it's 6 a.m., does she snooze her alarm clock? Or does she say, it's 6 a.m., let's go, I gotta go to Pilates, I gotta go right now, or else I'm gonna get charged $20 because I didn't show up to my Pilates class? Just kidding, your alter ego wouldn't care if she got charged $20 because she's so rich. I'm kidding. But I'm being for real, like, what is she wearing? Who is she? What daily decisions does she make? What does her morning routine look like? What does her night routine look like? How does she show up in conversations? What does her bank account look like? What does her hair look like? What does her makeup look like? What is her skincare routine? Every single thing about your character you can get granular about. And I want you to, because when you get granular about something and when you take a piece of paper, you write it down and you design your character, you are telling the universe around you, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, and you make it a real actionable thing. So right now, write it down, become your character, design it with no limitations. This is so fun. You're in your creative, feminine energy when you're designing your character and thinking, I have no limitations. I'm taking myself out of the equation and I'm just designing who I want to be in order to live my dream life. Design her, okay? Now that we have designed our dream character, that was step number 2. Step number 3, you gotta be able to turn it on, baby. You have to be able to flip this imaginary switch and say, okay, I'm about to get on a deal and close a fat deal. I need to turn it on right now. You're about to walk on stage with thousands of other men and women. I need to turn it on. I'm about to network with some of the most richest, wealthiest men. I can't be my super shy, kind of anxious, sweaty palm self that I was at the coffee shop. I need to be the girl at the other side of the table. I need to channel her right now. Ready, set, go. No matter what the situation is, you need to be able to turn it on. And I know you're probably thinking, I get the whole designing my dream self, but I don't know how to actually flip that switch. Well, I'm gonna teach you right now. And the best way to turn it on is to, one, acknowledge that it can be separate. You don't have to be this bad bitch all the time. People meet me in real life and they're like, they have these expectations of me because they see me on social media talking about making my own money, you don't need a man, whatever, blah, blah. But they see me talking about all of these like very masculine topics. They meet me in person and they're like, wow, you're actually very soft, very feminine, very like agreeable and like sweet. And I'm like, one, fuck you. No, I'm kidding. But it is true. Like, and that's something I tell them is like, if I was that girl all the time, that would be the most energy draining thing ever. Like, even the way I'm talking to you guys right now, the conviction in my voice, the way I'm so direct, the way I know exactly what to say, this is my alter ego. Like, before I started my journey, I would get so stressed out and anxious for the barista to ask me how my day was. I'd be like, I mean, good, how are you? But my alter ego, she'd be like, it is going amazing. This actually just happened. I'm super excited for this. Like, how is your day going? She knows how to show up. So number one is acknowledge that it is okay to not have to be this perfect person all the time, because you don't need to be. It can be separate. If you are tired, if you're sad, if you're depressed, if you're going through something, but you still have calls scheduled that you need to close deals for, that's fine. You can be sad. It's not about faking it. You can be sad. But you're not sad on this call because your alter ego isn't sad. She doesn't have time to be sad. She doesn't have time to be tired. She doesn't have time to process her emotions and wonder why she didn't get the job, didn't text her back, whatever. She doesn't give a fuck because she knows who she is. She has energy. She has the positive energy that she needs to close this deal. So it is okay to have two different energies about yourself. You don't need to be on all the time, but you need to be able to turn it on when you need to. So step number 3 is figuring out how to turn it on. The very first step is acknowledging that it is okay to be able to turn it on. Number 2 is actually turning it on. Before I explain this, let me just I just turned it on. I did that for you guys to show you that I turn my alter ego on through caffeine. Like literally through caffeine is how I turn my bad bitch energy on. And maybe you're like, okay, like that makes sense because of the caffeine and like you have more energy. Like, no. You know I drink like 10 of these a day. Like the caffeine genuinely doesn't affect me anymore. But you know what I do in my brain is I have something called an anchor. An anchor is an external stimulus that I need in order to turn my girl on. And caffeine is my anchor. And I anchor it like this. Your anchor is something that your brain associates with in your external reality to where you know, okay, as soon as I have this anchor, this stimulus, it's on. Like I'm changed, I'm good. So my anchor looks like this. I drink the caffeine and I literally imagine in my brain everything that my alter ego needs to be. I imagine the energy drink, the coffee, the matcha, whatever it is, going in me and filling me up with those characteristics. So as I'm drinking this and saying I need the energy to film this video and train this woman across the camera right now and get this through her head, I need the energy for that. I'm thinking I need confidence. I need conviction in my voice. I need purpose behind what I'm doing. I need to be direct. I need to have, like, I'm thinking of all of the things that I need to be in this moment. I'm literally feeling the energy going in my mouth, down my throat, into my stomach, filling my veins, going to my head, down to my toes. And I get literally physically energized. That way I can expel this energy. My life is a lot of expelling energy. My life, I train thousands of women's sales. And think about that from my perspective for a moment. It's a lot of energy that you expel into people, right? Like I care so much about my students because it is my job to take them from zero to bad bitch closer, making all this money, blah, blah, blah. That takes effort and energy. So it's like when I'm training someone, you're really trying to get concepts through their head. When I'm running free master classes with hundreds of thousands of students literally on that Zoom, it is energy that you're expelling. I'm yelling. Like if you've seen me on the class, you see me turn it on. If I'm networking with somebody, I'm constantly thinking of how can I like take this conversation like blah, 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 blah. That is so energy draining. I need to find a way to like take the energy in, build it up, channel it, and then leash it. And when I unleash it, that is my alter ego. Okay, so you need to have an anchor. It doesn't have to be caffeine. Maybe you're like, damn girl, you're gonna have a heart attack. I want no part of this anchor. It's just because it has 300 milligrams caffeine. Like, okay, yes, maybe, but whatever your anchor is, you have to be able to access it all the time. Like caffeine is easy. I can DoorDash caffeine even if it's like, I don't have it with me, which I always have caffeine with me. But it needs to be something that you can always do. A tip that I'll give you right now is from a very well esteemed like hypnotherapist, and I pay him a lot of money to create this alter ego of mine. And one thing that he taught me is you can actually use your hands. So for you watching right now, this is a very easy one. And then I'll have him hypnotize me and do a guided hypnosis in about a couple of minutes. And that way you have like a guided hypnosis that you can literally use as you're watching this video. I'll get into that in a second. One thing he taught me was you can put your hands together like this. And as your hands are just kind of like comfortable, like they're not super tight, they're just kind of like comfortable like this, you're in your feminine energy. You're chilling, you're relaxed, you're feeling the light, playful vibes. And then you tighten the hand. Let's say you're about to get on a sales call and close a fat deal. Your hands are getting so tight, like they're super tight, and you're imagining all of this energy just getting bundled up right now, and you're like bundling all of this powerful, energetic vibes, all this confidence, all this directness, all of this alertness. Whoever you need to show up to be on that sales call, you're like squeezing it. And then you're able to switch. Now you feel like physically more powerful because you were just squeezing your hands, and you're like, boom, let's freaking go. Let's close this deal. Let's make a couple $1,000s in 45 minutes. No, I'm kidding. But that's a very easy one. It's just like squeezing your hands and imagining yourself like energetically pulling in every single trait that your alter ego needs in order to boom, open your eyes, and now you're able to step into this energy in order to close this deal. So just to recap before I bring on my friend Ibrahim to do a little hypnosis, we're gonna recap because I wanna make sure you guys actually have these steps. Like this video is for you. I already have my alter ego. I already know how to do this. This is a video for you in order to create the most powerful, badass version of yourself. So step number one is get out of your limiting beliefs. Rewind. Do that meditation I did with you where you're imagining yourself walking into a coffee shop and meeting this woman that you would die to have coffee with. You would die just for 5 minutes to talk to her. Okay, now that you created her, that's your alter ego. Step number two is designing the character that you want to play in the game called life that you are about to win. You're designing the outfit, every single granular thing about your character. You are writing down physically in a journal, in paper, I wouldn't do in your phone. I would literally do pen and paper. Write it down. There's something so powerful about physically writing something. So design her. Step number three, be able to turn it the freak on. Get whatever anchor you need, whatever external stimulus you need in order to tell your brain, okay, now we're in this mode. We just shifted energy. We shifted our frame of thinking and the way that we show up. We shifted it. It's done. It's already good. Step number four is be able to actionably do this. So in order to show you like a little guided hypnosis that you can actually do right now in order to create this version, I'm going to cut the video and literally have a therapist come in that charges tens of thousands of dollars for this exact training, this exact guided meditation, guided hypnosis. And whether you believe it or not, try it. Sit down in your room, turn the camera light to the other way, close your eyes, sit here and do the meditation with us, and genuinely like give yourself the chance to have this creative energy around you in order to create this alter ego. And get ready to be a bad bitch, because having an alter ego will make you rich. I wish I had somebody that was like a woman, female mentor that would just give it to me straight. And not only give it to me straight and be that kick in the ass that I needed, but give me actual steps that I could do right now in order to make it happen. Because I think so many times people go, oh, I'm living this great life, like, haha. And it's like, okay, yes, but my version is like, I'm living this great life because I earned it and I did it, but here is an exact guide on how you could literally do it too. So, without further ado, I'm gonna stop yapping. My alter ego is a yap queen, and I'm gonna bring in my good friend, Ibrahim. Love you guys. Like and subscribe. That way we can all get on this journey together. So now that we're on step 4, which is actually coming up with a guided hypnosis on how to activate this alter ego, I brought in my good friend, Ibrahim. He charges tens of thousands of dollars for what he's going to give to all of us for free. So everybody, welcome Ibrahim. And if you want to say anything to the girls before we get started, then you can.
Yes, if this is your first time doing hypnosis, all you have to do is follow the instructions and relax. That is it. So if you're driving right now, you want to pull aside on the car or come back to this. If you're operating anything, make sure you're stopping that. If you're chewing any gum, spit it out. If you have glasses on your head that could fall off, make sure you take those off. You just want to be really relaxed and comfortable for this process. So either seating or laying down, whatever feels good for you, we're going to get right into the hypnosis, okay? Listen to this anytime you want just more confidence in the morning, or if you're getting on a sales call, or you have an important meeting, or you're going into a big social situation where you just really want to shine, stand out, have good energy. This is the thing you want to come back to. We're going to teach you how to tap in and out of that alter ego. So when you just want to get shit done, do this, and then you can come back out of it when you just want to go back into your feminine and chill and relax, okay? Cool?
Yes.
All right, so you can start by just putting your feet apart just like this. And if you're at home, you can just sit or lay however feels most comfortable. So let's just start by taking a deep breath in and out. One more time. And out. Now, using your imagination, I want you to imagine that your eyelids are so heavy and so relaxed that you cannot open your eyes. And once you've imagined that your eyelids are so heavy and so relaxed that you cannot open them, I want you to test that you cannot open them and just sleep. Fully relaxing, completely letting go, all the way down, feeling completely calm and at ease. Any thoughts, fears, and worries have completely drifted from your mind. You feel completely safe and relaxed with 3, 2, 1, and sleep. All the way down, completely letting go, feeling absolutely relaxed, present, and amazing. And now I want you to imagine yourself in a situation where you want to turn on your alter ego. And I want you to imagine all of the character traits that she has. The confidence, the certainty, the clarity, the magnetism, the power, the attraction, the way that she shines. I want you to imagine that right now. And in a moment, I want you to visualize yourself in a corridor. And as you're in this corridor, there is a door right at the end of this corridor. And as you start to see yourself walking step by step down this corridor, you feel even more relaxed, even more present, even more calm in your own skin. And as you continue to walk down this corridor, you start to approach the door at the very end of it. And as you see this door, you know that as soon as you open this door, your alter ego is about to be activated because you're about to go into a situation where you want to shine. And so now, as you're listening to this, I want you to clench your 2 hands together and actually interlock them, okay? And as they're locked, already you notice that there's a little bit of force there. As you start to walk towards this door, I want you to squeeze your hands. And as you squeeze your hands, you start to feel more confidence, more fire inside of you, more aliveness, more energy, more motivation, more drive, more just of your abilities come online. And as you squeeze, 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 you open the door, step through, and boom, there she is. You've now embodied her. It's like your current version and her have now merged into one. You squeeze, 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 squeeze those hands, and you can feel that energy light up your soul. Like you've just taken some rocket fuel. You feel on top of the world. You feel clear, confident, and ready to take on any challenge, handle any objection, make anything happen. You have no fear. You know exactly how to move through these next couple of steps, exactly what to do, who you need to do it with, and you are on a mission. Take this energy now, moving forward into exactly what you're ready to do next, and take this into the day. And anytime you want to tap back into this, you can just come and watch this again. And now, to come out of this, and when you're ready to go back into your feminine state, all you have to do is come back to here and just start to slowly relax those hands. And as you relax those hands, your fingers will start to go a little numb, your wrists will start to relax, your whole body will start to relax, and you'll start to feel in flow, you'll start to calm down, you'll start to become even more present and just fun and without a care in the world. This is you relaxing back into your feminine, and now you have this tool as an anchor to switch in and out of your alter ego at any time moving forward. Anytime you want to switch into her, you can, and anytime you want to come out, you can just relax your hands. And with 3, 2, 1, eyes open, wide awake.
Wow. That was awesome. You could literally feel the difference in your power, your energetics, when you do the anchor with the hands. So this was a really good example of using the hands as an anchor.
Yep.
In the video that I just filmed, I talked about caffeine being my anchor.
Totally.
And then I know a couple other women use like music as their anchor.
Yeah.
So like what are your thoughts on that, and what are some other anchors that these women could do, like before they get on a sales call, or before they speak, or before they lead a team or make content?
Definitely. Music's a great one, because particularly if you want to move and dance, it's just going to get you into such a good state. It might just be singing as well, and just like letting yourself fully express anything that's going to change your state into just feeling good, alive, more energy is going to be a great thing to do. So I like music, I like dancing. You can even just like click your fingers. You can even just like do a little twirl. Like you can even do something silly. Honestly.
I like to click the fingers.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's just like we're on.
Yeah.
You know? It's like
we're
scene,
doing it.
and scene. Whatever you like to do, but what I would say is whatever the anchor is for you, you can put that in. So we just use this as an example today because it's nice and simple, but whatever you like to do, and then just repeat this process, I'd say for 30 days. And then by the end of it, you'll be able to come in and out super easy. And this will massively affect how you perform. If you're doing sales calls, it's the #1 thing to get you into a good state. Because let's be honest, sometimes you don't feel like you're in the best state. You don't necessarily want to get on the call, or maybe you've just had a call that didn't go well. You do this for 5 minutes, bang, you're back in, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I was talking to the girls about that. I was like, in sales, you have to perform no matter what. And sometimes when you're sad or when you're depressed, or if something happens and you're just not in the best mental state, like you have to be able to turn it on. Whoa, I did the snaps.
There you go.
But you have to be able to turn it on. So I think this is a great tool that you guys could use. We'll bookmark those like 5 minutes for you. Play it anytime you need to turn on this alter ego. And find Ibrahim's socials. I'll link them down below because he is amazing and makes other content just like this as well.